Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Right now we are going to get into the tinfoil hat series, okay? And what I'm going to show you today is a letter that was sent to me from someone else, but it was derived from a Q site, which Q, if you don't know, is a poster who is thought to have Q level security clearance in the government. It is seen as a conspiracy, um, or and the group that is all for Q is, I believe there's a couple groups actually, so I don't even want to say what they are because I'm not even sure, to be honest. I don't really know much about this, but what I do know is I read this letter. A friend of mine sent it to me because it mentioned Citadel, and she found it really interesting and was like, "What if everything, is all connected?" And I'm like, "Well, what if it is?" So I just want to go over it with you guys because I found it really interesting. And I figured you guys would also find it interesting. So just know that obviously this is all tinfoil hat. Nothing has been confirmed or anything like that. This is just simply for fun and speculation and entertainment purposes only. So take everything with a grain of salt. And so yeah, let's just get right into this. So yeah, here we go. We're going to start with this letter. It was written by I'm sorry, I believe a priest, um, and was sent to President Trump. So here we go. It's an open letter to the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. It says, "Mr. President, please allow me to address you in the hour in which the fate of the whole world is being threatened by a global conspiracy against God and humanity. I write to you as an archbishop, as a successor of the apostles." Sorry, guys. One sec. I gotta get to the thing. Okay. Apostle, as the former apostolic, I can't write, nuncio to the United States of America. I'm writing you in the midst of silence of both civil and religious authorities. May you accept these words of mine as the voice of the one crying out in the desert. Um, As I said when I wrote you my letter in June, this historical moment sees the forces of evil aligned in a battle without quarter against the forces of good, forces of evil that appear powerful and organized as they oppose the children of light who are disoriented and disorganized, abandoned by their temporal and spiritual leaders. Daily we sense the attacks multiplying of those who want to destroy the very basis of society, the natural family, respect for human life, love of country, freedom of education and business. We see heads of nations and religious leaders pandering to the suicide of Western culture and its Christian soul, while the fundamental rights of citizens and believers are denied in the name of a health emergency that is revealing itself more and more fully as instrumental to the establishment of inhumane, faceless tyranny. A global plan called the Great Reset is underway. Its architect is a global elite that wants to subdue all of humanity, imposing coercive measures with which to drastically limit individual freedoms and those of entire populations. In several nations, this plan has already been approved and financed. In others, it's still in the early stage. Behind the world leaders who are accomplices and executors of this infernal project, there are unscrupulous characters who finance the World Economic Forum, an event 201 promoting their agenda. Okay, so give me 1 second because I'm going to have to move this slide now to the second photo. Nope, that's not it. Sorry, guys. Nope, what the heck? Okay, 1 sec. You guys see this? Or no? 1 second. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. Alright, so the purpose of the Great Reset is the imposition of a health dictatorship aiming at the imposition of tyrannical measures hidden behind tempting promises of ensuring a universal income and canceling individual debt. The price of these concessions from the International Monetary Fund will be the reunification of private property and adherence to the program of vaccination against COVID-19 and COVID-21 promoted by Bill Gates with the collaboration of the main pharmaceutical groups. Beyond the enormous economic interests that motivate the promoters of the Great Reset, the imposition of the vaccination will be accompanied by requirement of a health passport and digital ID with the consequent contact tracing of the population of the entire world. Those who do not accept these measures will be confined in detention camps or placed under house arrest, and all their assets will be confiscated. That's super interesting to me because, I don't know, isn't that kind of like what's going on? Anyway, Mr. President, I imagine that you are already aware in some countries that the Great Reset will be activated between the end of this year and the first trimester of 2021. For this purpose, further lockdowns are planned, which will be officially justified by a supposed second or third wave of the pandemic. You are well aware of the means that have been deployed to sow panic and legitimize draconian limitations on individual liberties, artfully provoking a worldwide economic crisis. This is the part where it interests us. In the intentions of its architects, this crisis will serve to make the recourse of nations to the Great Reset irreversible, thereby giving the final blow to a world whose existence and very memory they want to completely cancel. But this world, Mr. President, includes people, affections, institutions, faith, culture, traditions, and ideals, people and values that do not act like automatons, who don't obey like machines because they are endowed with a soul and a heart because they are tied together by spiritual bond that draws its strength from above. From that God our adversaries want to challenge, just as Lucifer did in the beginning of time with his non-servium. Many people, as we know, are annoyed by this reference to the clash between good and evil and the use of apocalyptic overtones, which according to them exasperates spirits and sharpens divisions. It's not surprising that the enemy is angered at being discovered. Just when he believes that he has reached the citadel, he seeks to conquer undisturbed. That was interesting to me. What is surprising, however, is that there is no one to sound the alarm. The reaction of the deep state to those who denounce its plan is broken and incoherent, but understandable. Just when the complicity of the mainstream media has succeeded in making the transition to the New World Order almost painless and unnoticed, all sorts of deceptions, scandals, and crimes are coming to light. Guys, this letter was written in 2020. Isn't that interesting? Until a few months ago, October 2020, mind you, until a few months ago, it was easy to smear as conspiracy theorists those who denounce these terrible plans, which we now see are being carried out down to the smallest detail. No one up until last February would have ever thought that in all of our cities, citizens would be arrested simply for wanting to walk down to the street to breathe and to want to keep their businesses open. Hold on, let me switch the screen again, sorry. I should have came up with a better way for this, but I didn't, so bear with me. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. And yet, in the midst of this bleak picture, this apparently unstoppable advance of the invisible enemy, an element of hope emerges. The adversary does not know how to love and does not understand that it is not enough to assure a universal income or to cancel mortgages in order to subjugate the masses and convince them to be branded like cattle. This people, for which too long has endured the abuses of a hateful and tyrannical power, is rediscovering that it has a soul, and it is understanding that it is not willing to exchange its freedom for the homogenization and cancellation of its identity. It is beginning to understand the value of familial and social ties of the bonds of faith and culture that unite honest people. This great reset is destined to fail because those who planned it do not understand that there are still people ready to take the streets to defend their rights, to protect their loved ones, and to give future to their children and grandchildren. The leveling inhumanity of the globalist project will shatter miserably in the face of the firm and courageous opposition of the children of light. The enemy has Satan on its side, he who only knows how to hate, but on our side we have the Lord Almighty, the God of armies, arrayed for battle, and the most holy Virgin, who will crush the head of the ancient serpent. If God is for us, then who can be against us? Romans 8:31. Mr. President, you are well aware that in this crucial hour, the United States of America is considered the defending wall against the war declared by the advocates of globalism and has been unleashed. Place your trust in the Lord, strengthened by the words of the Apostle Paul. I can do all things in him who strengthens me. To be an instrument of divine providence, it is a great responsibility for which you certainly receive all the graces of state that you need, since they are being fervently implored for you by the many people who support you with their prayers. With this heavenly hope and the assurances of my prayers for you, for the First Lady, and for your collaborators, with all of my heart I send you my blessings. God bless the United States of America. And this was written by Carlo Maria Vergano, Archbishop of Alpania. I don't even know how to pronounce that. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. There was the bit, I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but to me, it really sounds like kind of like, you know, what we're involved with here. Like where it was talking about, the Citadel and just the financial war, and also, I mean, I guess the things with COVID too. I think that it was all very, very interesting, how that was worded, actually, and then mind you, if we'll go ahead and look at the beginning, of this letter, if I can figure out how to do that, because I don't know why this is so weird. Wonder if I can just pull up. Oh, oops, that's probably why. No. Okay, so I'm going to just pull up see if it'll show me my window. Oh, nope. Alright, there we go. Show my display. Oh. Okay, I don't know. Let's go to automatic, I guess. Why is there like 1,000 of them on here, though? It's so weird. What if I go here? Okay. There we go. Anyway, oh, I was going to go to the beginning of this letter is what I was going to do. Here's the beginning of the letter. If you'll notice, it says Sunday, October 25th was when 2020 was when this was written, and that was well before, all of the stuff with GameStop and all of the financial things that he's speaking about here, or whoever this person is, which was really interesting to me. So anyway, I messed this all up. I don't know what I did here. There we go, but that's better than the alternative, I guess. So yeah, I'm going to end this video out here. I hope you guys like it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on this video. I found that letter pretty interesting, and I hope you guys do too. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.